What could be worse than the open realization? The fragility of our hearts, which so curses our beings, is what makes us human. That's one of the lines, the opening line for this video that I wanted to film. I had everything written out. I even had plots, blocks, who's gonna do what, what's the scene gonna look like, how am I gonna fade out. I had everything done, but there was something missing. The whole time I was writing this, the first day I was doing it, I was frustrated. I wanted to use this time, this work sprint, to film something for the contest I'm participating in. So the contest has a theme, suspense, and I came up with a title that says, "Please say something." It's something that's really close to me. It's talk that I had with my parents. And this was one of the slides that I had before I finished the film. I do not have a film right now. I began filming something, but it just wasn't true. I missed something. And yesterday I was talking to Nick Lenz, and he's the wise man. He said, I found inspiration by not looking. Because right now I can't agree more. After what I've experienced for my second work experience, some of you might have heard from me what happened. And yeah, I want to bring it back to West Side Story, one of my favorite musicals. There was a song called Maria, and one of the lines was, "Maria, Maria, something about that name would never sound the same ever again." I was wondering, I would never be able to come up with that line, because possibly whoever wrote this song must have experienced it before. And that is one of the challenges. I'm a diligent person. I'm diligent. I do everything. I don't do things half-assed. But my diligence comes from responsibility. And yesterday, I realized that my honors is gone. Is my responsibility for work sprint, or is it for the work that I'm going to create? So when it comes to writing or filming, story matters. I had lost touch with my script, and that really frustrated me. I was so focused on skills and technicality, I forgot the emotions that go into all of my work. And so I sought an unconventional route to reboot myself. So I just want to take this time, this work sprint today, for all of you to reflect. It's a good thing we have work sprint, but never forget the emotions that go into everything that you do. So what did I learn? Take a step back. Experience life, go out, explore, be reckless, be brave, be bonkers. Work hard, but remember how fleeting a lot of things are. I went out the first night because I was so frustrated, and I experienced something that was terrifying, but was delightful as well. And don't be afraid, because we all are. At certain points in time, we all are afraid. Prioritization, especially when it comes to skills and emotions. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you lost interest and touch to something that you do, it doesn't matter anymore. And improvisation. I was terrified when I realized I could not finish my film, because that was the aim of my work sprints. But I improvised, and I used this time to kind of share my experience. I want you guys to really take the time to reflect. So, thank you. Just a note, this song, I actually used 3 hours to find it, just for my phone. And yeah, that's it.
You said that you had kind of lost sight of emotion, but your presentation right now today seems very emotionally packed. So what was that like transition, and how did you get from the beginning of work sprint when you were frustrated to today and what you just did?
So some of the fellas might know, because I've shared what happened the first night as well as the second night, but things happened. And that's when I realized I always want to tell a story, but sometimes you try to create stories, and that story is touching, it's emotional, but it's just not you. So I closed my computer at 7. Yes, I left Galvanize at 7. Where's Charlie? It's Charlie. Yes, I left Galvanize at 7.
Good job.
Yeah. And I just went out and talked to someone for almost 6 hours into 2 a.m. And that was something that kind of, yeah, it made me really emotional and realize what I've been missing. So the second day I came back to Galvanize and actually redid the whole script. And that script was true. It was so simple, there was no poetic flair to anything. But it was so simple and true, and I recorded it along with the music. That's when I realized that this is what I'm gonna film. I still have the weekend to do it, so yes.
Well, something I like to point out, you really were able to demonstrate, the process that, I think all of us have experienced. So I just wanted to, say great job. But second off, do you plan on eventually making the video into?
Yes, because I'm still taking part in the competition. The deadline is next Tuesday, so I still have the weekend to film it. Yeah. I've already started filming something, so.
We can't wait to see it.